This morning, I'm so excited to be talking to Mike Dreiblatt. He has an upcoming course titled Effectively Dealing with Disruptive Students and the Practical Classroom Proven Techniques. We are really looking forward to all the things he's going to have to share. So let's jump on in and hear from Mike. First question I have for you is, can you tell me your background and what this workshop will be about?
Sure. As a former elementary school teacher, middle school teacher, I was a dean of students and secondary principal. I know how difficult it can be to have a disruptive student in your classroom. Whether it's a third, sixth, or ninth, or a 12th grader, dealing with defiant, alienated, or angry students over and over and over again, it's just no fun. And having new strategies and techniques that you can use right now to help that disruptive or that disinterested student is so important, because our angry and our alienated, defiant students, they can make our day, or they can shut down your class. They can shoot you down, or when things are going right, they can remind you of what you love about teaching. So the emphasis on this workshop is on real world, real life, easy to use strategies and techniques that can help our students self-regulate, improve social emotional learning, and increase academic achievement. Conflict resolution, reframing, de-escalation skills, visual cueing, the use of greetings are all covered. And you'll be able to apply your new skills whether your school is using remote learning, in-person learning, or hybrid learning.
Perfect. And I was going to say that kind of leads me to my next question. I mean, it's no secret that today's classrooms can be a challenging environment, for learning, whether you're in person, online, or a hybrid of the two. And, still you have many students come to school exhibiting these challenging behaviors that range from defiance to outright hostility.
Absolutely.
How can a teacher successfully deal with these behaviors, whether online, in person, or a hybrid?
During COVID-19, we have so many challenges facing us. But whether you're remote, whether you're in person, whether you're kind of bouncing back and forth, or you're doing such a hybrid kind of a model that's so popular now, expanding your repertoire of tools for working successfully with difficult to find students, that's the ticket. You need to discover highly effective classroom proven strategies for working successfully with and teaching disruptive, defiant, or angry students. Increasing your effectiveness with successfully dealing with these challenging students, well, it just doesn't happen overnight. You need to have on hand, ready to use classroom proven techniques that you can put in use tomorrow. Learning the difference between empowering students and enabling them, this workshop will help you get what you want from your students, get them back to classroom time, and also for your students, they're going to get what they need and they want out of the learning experience too. So both sides are benefiting. Win-win situation.
Okay, perfect. And how do you, expect these teachers to teach when they are dealing with students who are disrespectful, disruptive, disinterested?
Yeah, when a situation goes negative with a student, it is so hard for us to maintain our dignity and maintain the dignity of the student who is involved. How we can get our classroom back into order without alienating other students or alienating this disruptive student even more. Teachers can't teach, students can't learn if they're behaving in a disruptive or disrespectful or disinterested way on a consistent basis. There is no one single trick, one single technique, or one single strategy that turns disruptive students around. But there are lots of easy to use techniques and meaningful tools that educators can use right now to bring students back into the fold so that student can stop misbehaving and start learning. De-escalating a troubled student, or understanding how conflict escalates, learning how to nip a conflict in the bud, building those relationships, whether it's greeting the students at the door or having visual cues that help with behaviorally challenged students, making interesting and exciting lesson plans. That's what participants will learn in this workshop. And these strategies and techniques will help teachers get back to loving teaching and being with students, which is the reason why we all went into education in the first place.
No, and I should note that this course is for K-12 teachers, but I really think the practical aspect of being able to implement it immediately upon Whether you're teaching online or in person is definitely worth mentioning. So thank you so much for giving us
And for those
insight.
guidance counselors and behavioral specialists, you're going to get techniques out of this also, whether it's that dean of students or the person who's in charge of the take a break room or plan for success room. They need the techniques too, because they're often facing these challenging behaviors also.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. Thank you for giving us some insight into what, we can expect at your course, and we'll look forward to spending the whole day with you and learning from you.
I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.